Welcome back. Today we got Halloween Storytime, some paranormal activities. As you can see, I have a costume myself. 4 arms, you know what I'm saying? Get it? 4 arms. Nonetheless, let's get straight to this spooky story. Let's get straight to it.
Really creepy stories about the paranormal. Literally just scroll past this video. But if you are, I have a truly scary paranormal story for you. If you're not into really creepy stories about the paranormal, literally just scroll past this video.
Let me tell you guys
but
something
if you
about
are,
paranormal.
I have a truly scary.
You see something paranormal, guys. Let me tell you something about something paranormal. You see paranormal activities. I think I can tell if they're real because hey, let's just say that let's get straight to it.
Very paranormal story for you. So this happened to me 2 years ago when I went on a birthday trip to Las Vegas.
To Las Vegas, guys. Isn't Las Vegas a place full of ghosts? I don't know. It's a theory. Isn't there like a lot of spirits flowing around Las Vegas? What do they say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Y'all don't see a red flag with that, bro. There isn't a red flag with that, bro. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I bet.
Basically, I really wanted to see this place called the Mob Museum. I was literally fascinated. I was like, I have to see it. And I'm really into forensics and the organized crime stuff sounded interesting, so I wanted to go. So I go to the Mob Museum. It is 3 floors. I start at the first floor, I look all around. I go to the second floor, I look all around. And before I get to the 3rd floor, I realize it is 10 minutes until closing, and my mom's like, hey, just meet me downstairs, you go ahead. So I continue up these stairs to the 3rd floor, and when I get up there, I'm the only one there. There's no one up there, which was fine with me. I'm actually thinking at the time, this is awesome, like no one's in my way, I can just make my little round and head out. So when I get up there, I look kind of to the left.
Hey guys, you see such things, guys, you don't do them alone. I don't know any horror movie that involved one person. It's always people involved. I don't know why you would go through, I don't know, a scary house or what alone. Nah, bro. Must be on some serious drugs, but if you do that shit alone.
And there's a room where there's like a purple, real groovy looking couch, real groovy looking living room setup, and I'm thinking, oh, that looks cool. So I walk in there. Immediately when I walk in there, I just don't feel right. I don't know how to explain it. I don't feel great. Like I just feel off. It felt like I just suddenly was like came over with like just this creeped out feeling for some reason, and I didn't know why because I was just admiring this like real unique looking living room setup they had going on up there. That was until I look over to the right and I noticed that there is a whole wall with a display of very graphic crime scene photos, and that wasn't the problem. Okay, like I've seen crime scene photos, I've taken classes in forensics and stuff, but these pictures, I've never seen pictures like that displayed like that on a wall, framed with plaques underneath. I was just kind of like,
that's what spooked her.
I don't know. I started thinking that was why I felt off initially when I walked in the room. I was like, I don't know. I felt like the way that those people were being displayed was just like not respectful to the deceased. So my intuition was telling me, don't participate in this madness. Like literally, let's just go. Let's just leave. So despite what my intuition was probably telling me, I'm literally thinking, I don't know, I kept gaslighting myself. I was like, maybe it's because the pictures, and I basically swallow the lump in my throat, and I'm like, no, I'm going into forensics. I have to be able to handle this. So I go up to the wall to look at all these pictures and the like stories of these people. I only looked at a couple that were on the very right side. I read like a couple of them, and then one of the other pictures from like over here somewhere caught my eye because it looked so old. It was like so saturated and so black and white that I was like, this looks like maybe the oldest picture on this wall. So I look at that picture. It's a real graphic crime scene of a man. I cannot say anything else about it on this app. So I go up to this picture, I'm looking at it, and at some point I go to read the plaque. So I move my eyes down from the photo, and as soon as I'm not even joking, as soon as I start reading this guy's name, dude, bro, as I'm reading his name, feel an energy rise behind me. Like it felt like a tall person was like standing.
Pinky 1, Pinky 2 is what she's talking about, bro. You see, when I say I have references for such scenarios, guys, this is what I'm talking about, because where I'm at, such things, they happen. And okay, let's carry on.
Behind me or something, and I don't know how to explain why I felt like this specifically, but it felt like something was like hovering over me. Like I don't know how to explain. I mean, it was just horrifying. It felt like something was like looking down at me, and I immediately feel like frozen. Like the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. I have chills up and down my spine.
get those
I am
goosebumps every
not good.
time.
And I
You
started
see,
booking it out
none
of
of
that
these
room.
stories scare me, bro,
And
'cause,
I'm
man,
surprised I didn't literally
but
full sprint jump down
y'all
those
will see
freaking
the story
stairs.
from-
But something kept telling me like, don't run, or I'm gonna give off like more fear, more energy of fear. I was fully doused in fear. It probably would have made no difference. But I get down to the first floor. So I finally get down on the first floor,
What you fear,
and
you attract.
I have to go down this entire corridor, like this entire hallway. And it's kind of a short hallway, and then you have to turn right to get to the exit and
If she
entrance of
tells me
the
part two
museum.
for the rest of the story,
But
bro, I'm gonna punch
when I
this
tell you
creep,
this
bro.
felt like the longest hallway in the world, I'm telling you it felt like the longest hallway in the world. So I start speed walking down the hallway, and suddenly this energy that felt like was following me felt like it was literally standing in mine. It felt like something was standing in my energy. Like I came over with somehow even more fear than I was already feeling, and start full on sprinting, about nearly falling over, like flying down.
Spiritual husband. No, she has a spiritual husband, bro. Yeah, these things are real. Spiritual husbands are real, guys.
On these hallways, I'm literally just like flying towards the exit, and I get up to my mom, and she's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I was literally like, "Thank God, that's over." And then I get home, and some weird happened at my house. Some weird stuff happened at my house, and mind you, I've had paranormal experiences before. I have had things whisper in my ear. I have had weird experiences, but nothing made me scared like this. Nothing in my life. And I've been through cancer and like a lot of other things, and this truly is the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
She's told us a bunch of nothing, basically. She went to a place, and then she went to a place. It was a scary place. She felt some aura. She went back. She went back. She still felt it. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? Nothing fucked up happened, bro. Like, she just tripping, bro.
We listen.
But this,
We don't get scared.
I haven't watched the whole clip. I just know whatever she says, I'm gonna believe her, bro. Cause
And we don't judge. Let me tell you guys, my friends, Lisa horror story.
for those of you who don't know, a blesser is a man, basically like a sugar daddy. That's what a blesser is.
So this girl was a little bit older than me, you know. I was probably like 19, she was 23, and she was dating a 45-year-old man, right? Shut up. When everything started, it was all glitz and glam. It was beautiful. He used to give her money, all in the name of sleeping with her. That's all he wanted. No relationship, nothing. He used to give her money. He used to buy her stuff. If her phone broke, if she wants the latest iPhone, she gets it. If she wants the latest Steve Madden, she gets it. So it was nice. It was cute on photos, but crazy in the background. So this went on for like a year. You know, and they were doing this for like a year, and I was also getting the benefits, because when she had money, she would call me sometimes, and I would go to her. Hello. I wasn't judging her, because even if I told her to stop, if she wanted to do it, she could do it. Like, she is an adult, you know? Until one day, I did not see her for a good 2 weeks, and I thought, the first week I thought maybe she's on vacation with her man, because usually he takes her out on those. It could be a random Wednesday, and because she didn't work, she would go with this man, and they would come back like the following week. Like, I was used to it. But the second week, I was like, you know what, let me just go check on her, because she doesn't really use her phone much sometimes. You know?
Little life things. Now she disappeared. Know what that woman was talking about. We don't know what the fuck happened to her. Nothing happened to her, bro. She was just speaking out of her ass. Oh no, I went to a place and I felt scared. Whoop-de-doo. But this is real life things here, guys.
No, let me just go check on her. So I knocked on the door. Her mom knew that I was her friend, and she was like, I was like, hey, knock knock, wait, so and so, you know the gist when you go to somebody's house. And her mom laughed a little, and she was like, go to her room and see what's going on.
What?
I go inside the room, and when I tell you, I was met by a smell first. This horrible smell first, and I was like, you know, and her mom was right behind me, and she didn't say anything, and I was like, what is in here? You know,
you see now. Why is the mother? What's funny? Like, what's the mother? She's supposed to get sacrificed, guys.
It smelled like a decomposing body. Okay, I've never smelled a decomposing body before, but people say that the smell is really terrible. You know, it's something that you've never smelled before. I walk inside the room, and I see that there's somebody on the bed, thin as hell. So I'm thinking, is that her? Like, that can't be her. She was not that thin. I seen her 2 weeks ago.
I think she got some
When I
STD
walk
or
closer
something.
and closer, the smell is getting worse. It's a smell that's just coming out of her body. She smells like a dead person. Also, she's facing the other way, you know. So when I get there, I'm like, and her mom is like, don't be scared. She's like, so and so, your friend is here to see you. She turns around and she looks at me and she looks old. She's wrinkled. I don't know who this person is. So I greet her. I'm like, hey, like, I greet her in the most uncomfortable way, but I was trying to show her that I was trying to be comfortable, but I was uncomfortable and you could read it on my face. I speak to her, whatever, and I ask her what happened, and her mom leaves, and she's like, girl, do you remember that blesser that I had? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, what happened? She's like, that man had a snake. The first 3 months of their relationship, she was sleeping with that man. But
you see when the snake's involved. Cooked, Brody. They say these snakes, right? They ask for things from these people, and then these snakes give the people money. I wouldn't know. They say, apparently, allegedly. I don't know. I don't have any evidence to back this up. Apparently, they say these snakes give out commands. I don't even know how that's possible because snakes don't even have mouths. But that's not a sort of.
But after that, the man introduced her to his snake and was like, listen, if you want your life to continue the way that it's continuing, you have to sleep with the snake, because if you stop, everything is going to stop. And also, you know, you are going to go back to the old life. Like, he was just convincing her. And she agreed. You know, she agreed, and she was sleeping with the snake for a good year. When I tell you this was going on for a year, she slept with the snake for a good year. And on a random Tuesday, she says she started falling sick. She says on a random Tuesday, it started with a smell and she thought it was an infection. From infection, day by day, it kept on getting worse. She started getting thin. She started vomiting. They once took her to a hospital, and this blesser paid for her fees. She lied and said she had a medical aid, but this blesser continued to fund her even though she was like this. I feel like he knew exactly what he did. He knew. She says she was at the hospital the week before, whatever. And she flips over the cover that she had on. Woo! The smell that came out, that was just worse. And then there were worms that were coming out, green maggots. I've never seen a green maggot in my life, and I saw it coming out of her.
What? Coming out from where? Coming out from the boom boom. Where did it come out from? Mouth, ears, nose. I don't know how many other holes. Bars. Write that down, guys. That was a bar.
It was horrible. It was scary. Were coming out. They were literally coming out of a hoo-ha. Like, I went like this and I could see. And I was like, bro, what is going on? Mind you, they were eating on her thighs. She says no matter what they try, nothing is happening. They went to prophets. They keep on giving her stuff. Nothing is happening. Like, she's been to at least five prophets in the last week, because when she came out of the hospital, it's like, girl, this is so damn traumatizing. And that's when I realized that when I walked in, her mom had lost a little bit of weight. It's because of this. And I was like, so what's going to happen now? And she's like, basically, she's just waiting for her death day, because they went to a witch doctor. So there are people out there in this world that specialize in strictly witchcraft. They don't do the healing people, and also they specialize strictly in witchcraft, and they heal people sometimes. So they went to him and he laughed. She says when they got there, he laughed and he threw the whatever. He didn't throw bones. He threw whatever he threw, and he told them that you have a few days to live. When you started dealing with this blesser, first of all, when he was sleeping with you personally, he was taking away your youth. When you were sleeping with the blesser, not the snake, right? He was taking away your youth. He was also taking away your blessings. And then when you started sleeping with the snake,
guys, just be celibate. Just be celibate. Just be celibate. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Just be celibate. Honestly, it ain't worth it. It is really not that worth it. Like, getting married though, amazing. I wouldn't know, I'm not married, but getting married though, amazing. But being celibate, perfect.
You know, took a big bite. The blesser took a small bite, the snake took a big bite, and you didn't realize it. But these things were long happening, and you just didn't realize it because you were getting money. And so now that everything that they want from you is gone, and you look old, you have the stench, you have this, you have that, it's because they are done with you. The blesser may help you, but they know that, you know, your spirit was too weak. That's why you're where you are. So they told him, like the guy told him that there's nothing that he can do. If other people that you guys went to failed, what do you think I'm gonna do? Because I deal with these things. Obviously, you see with people, they never tell you the consequences
Hey,
of the
this
things
is
that
real.
they're doing, and so yeah. When I
This is
tell
getting
you,
real,
I
bro.
spoke to that girl
This is getting
that day.
real.
Let's say it was a Wednesday. By Friday, I heard the news that she was no more. And yo, to think that I felt a little
Cheap
guilty
Harry.
that maybe if I had put a little bit more pressure, she wouldn't be where she was.
Oh my
But
days.
yeah,
Oh my days.
that happened.
I'm sure she feels like she was enabling her behavior as well.
If you're a
bro.
girl in high school and you think that this place of life is all glitz and glam, it is not. Nobody's gonna tell you the bad of what's going
Oh
on.
my
They're
gosh,
just going
guys.
to be showing the Gucci slides because they act like they're working. Auntie, they have blessings in the background, and maybe their spirits are strong, or they go to strong prophets, witch doctors, whatever. Watch out before you do things, because these
Damn.
things of people having snakes and stuff is very much real.
Well, y'all heard it here. I don't know which story you guys think is scarier. But with that being said, I wanna have a moral of the story, guys. You see, essentially you attract what you want. You know what I'm saying? All these I'll never date a broke man. I want my man to be rich. I can only date rich men. Y'all gotta know what you're asking for, because as soon as you receive it, you'll receive the whole package. The whole thing. Married, whether that person is married, whether that person is dealing with whatever they're dealing with, full package. That's what you asked for. That's why I would strongly advise, just stick to your age mates, brody. You know what I'm saying? Don't be devil dabbling in all the people stuff. They know more than you do, brody, as well. You gotta remember that. With that being said, I think that's the end of the video. If you guys liked, you know what I'm saying, hit the subscribe button. Nonetheless, see you guys in the next one. I don't know if I should react to another one. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.